What's up, everybody? I'm PumaPete of Friendly Fire Co-op, and today I'm going to show you how to complete the Arhu's Failed Experiment quest in Divinity Original Sin. Before we start the video, I want to say that because this is a quest guide, there is a reasonable chance that there will be spoilers, although I do my best to kind of skip through the dialogue as fast as possible to avoid them. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so we will start the quest right in the Legion Commander's office, right underneath right in Captain Arius' office. Go up the stairs, where you'll find Arhu either in person form or cat form. There's going to be a bunch of dialogue options. What you need to do is make sure you go to someone mentioned one of your failed experiments. At that point, that will give you the quest. So I'll open up my quest guide real quick just to show you guys what it is. He also gives you a remote control for the failed experiment that went wrong. So run over to his desk and grab the Universal Controller Instruction Manual, which will be it'll become useful later in the quest because there are some commands that you can put in to help you with some combat. So now we are going to go to the outside of Arhu's office. I would recommend not immediately going to do this after you pick it up. If you pick it up early in the game, you're going to want a couple levels under your belt at least because you're going to have some combat. So just keep that in mind. If you're having trouble completing it, go do some other stuff and then come back. But just walk out of the city to the north. And in just 1 second, there we go, pick up the pace some. Again, I mentioned this in previous videos, but if you've not seen them, I do clear out all of what I consider to be the non-essential combat to the quest before I do the quest guide. So as you saw there, I encountered 0 enemies on the run. You're going to encounter enemies if you happen to run that path for the first time, and there's an extremely difficult fight outside the cave, so be prepared for that. But anyway, you run here. Talk to Visco, just get through all of his dialogue, and it will progress the quest. I don't know exactly what you need to click, but there you go. Near the entrance of the Northern Cave, we found some would-be adventurers who are basically engaged in the fight. At this time, I open up the instruction manual to figure out the Arhu's failed experiment stuff, and I go for weapons deactivation mode, which is sleepy, sleepy, happy. If you go for self-destruct mode, angry, 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 sleepy, apparently you can miss out on experience. So I go for weapons deactivation, which gives a permanent weakness debuff. So I do keep the combat accelerated, but not quite at the pace as the run, so it'll be on about 2 times speed. Also, I am playing on easy mode, so if this fight seems easy and it's a little bit more difficult for you, keep that in mind. But just start off the fight, you're going to have to kill everything. If you choose to use self-destruct, obviously this fight will be way easier, but if what I've been told is true, you will lose experience. If I'm incorrect about this, someone feel free to correct me in the comments. So I decide to focus on the small stuff first, just to kind of get knocked out, and then everyone can focus on the big one. So there's me taking care of some skeletons. Not really a whole lot to say regarding the strategy of the fight, other than make sure to take the small stuff out first. Maybe not. Maybe it's a good strategy to focus on the big guy. It's not how I go. Yeah, try not to stand near the oil. Don't do exactly what I just did there because it caught me on fire and just caused a big mess. So I put it out. It should be noted that in this video you're going to see, don't use fire on the robot. Apparently it heals it. I didn't know that. And you're actually going to see me do it again because I don't learn very fast, apparently. There we go. There's me trying to keep the AI companions alive. Or rather, not companions, but just NPCs. I believe if all of them die, that will end the quest. It will show up as completed in the dialogue, but you won't get kind of the end reward that you otherwise would if you manage to keep them alive. So here's me just kind of, plunking away at the robot, trying to kill it as fast as I can, which obviously is not very fast. And this is a pretty simple quest at this point, so there's not a lot for me to comment on either. But, to be honest, I don't even know a great strategy for it. I just try to put a bunch of debuffs on him, lowered armor, I got the weakness, and then I just let Medora go to town. Because at this point in your playthrough, odds are Medora is going to be doing all of your damage. If you don't have her in your party, pick her up, because she's super crazy strong early game. And there you go, you'll get in a combat with Richard. Unfortunately, one of the NPCs died in mine at the very end because he caught on fire at the end of combat and then burnt out. But he'll tell you that he's going to be back at the Legionnaire barracks. So there it is on the quest. And then you're going to want to teleport back to Sicil Northgate, which is where I'm at now. Run over to Arius and Arhu's building. which is the Legionnaire barracks. But you are not going to talk to Arhu, which is kind of what the intuitive thing would be to do, or at least like maybe they'll be in Arius's office. They're not. This took me forever to figure out. I needed help from the internet. So that's why I'm here, helping the internet, giving back. But yeah, run over to the building, and you are going to want to go down that little staircase on the side. So I head in there, and if you come here before, this won't be available. You can come down here, but Viscus won't be there. So talk to Viscus, and he'll recognize you and all that good stuff. Ask him about getting into the treasure room, and then pick one of the things. I go with Charm, which I believe gives you a bonus. So there you see I have 4, he has 3. So I'm pretty sure that worked. If you beat him in rock, paper, scissors, which I just automatically do, because if you actually see me play rock, paper, scissors, you would know I'm the worst ever in history. But run in here, you can get the chest, which will have some loot in there for you. And that's that. Again, I like to be noted that because Divinity Original Sin is an open world game, there are multiple ways to complete a lot of the quests. Like I said, you can let everybody die, which will take care of it. I think those are the only 2 options, are let everyone die or meet them in the barracks. But hey, I might be wrong, and if you can find another way, that's awesome. Remember to subscribe if you would like to see more daily Divinity Original Sin content, as well as quest guides coming up in the future. And we will see you next time. Bye.